Hi everyone, welcome back to Crochet Rocks. Tracy here, and I am home from my holiday, and I've come back to some magazines. So this one is the latest Simply Crochet magazine. So while I'm getting into this, if you haven't already, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and hopefully you'll be informed when some new videos pop up. Not every time, it doesn't inundate you anymore, but you might get some once in a while. Okay, so there are some free gifts. Oh, once again, we've got this. I've had this before. A pom-pom maker. So, yeah, I've never really sussed out what you do with it, but you make pom-poms with that. It shows you on there, just in case you're daft like me and you don't know. You've got a free gift. Sorry about the croakiness, but while I was away, I did have a pretty awful virus, and it's not totally and utterly gone. So I do have a bit of a frog here and there. Anyway, we have an unusual neon blanket. We've got an unusual wall hanger. And we've got this little kids kind of cardigan. I think my mum always called those jerkins when I was a little girl. I always thought it was a funny word, but never mind. It's a sleeveless, buttonless cardigan. Okay, sweater season. Hang on. Honestly, I don't know where that came from. It just took me by surprise. If you knew that I was sitting here really hot, my glasses steaming up, coughing and everything else. Honestly, what a mess. Try not to make it too bad. Sweater season. Wrap up in handmade warmth. Cushion set, colourful rug, book cover and more. We've got accessories, so I think this is just getting some furry yarn and putting it around your hood, to be honest. We've got this here, well, they might call that a wrap, they might call it a scarf, who knows? And we've got this pullover, which is a polar neck and done in shells and fans, so we'll have a look. Just an advert. Crochet swirl jumper by Cassie Ward in retreat twist chunky. Actually nice yarn, but it's West Yorkshire spinners, so it will be wool, and I won't be able to use that. So let's get in, and we've got some cushions as well. They've gone heavy on these kind of geometric and neon and whatever that is things popping. We've got a black bear. Now, I mean, I'm not very good at I'm not very good at identifying these things, so I'm not going to really try. We've got a bedspread or a blanket, tablet holder maybe, or that might be the book cover, don't know. Who knows? Let's get in and find out. Ideas, inspiration, accessories, websites, events and stuff. Wouldn't it be funny if I turned the page and it was me? But I know it won't be. I think they hate me, guys. Anyway. Skills and events. 10th of January. Big Crochet Beginners Day Workshop. Only £65 for a day workshop. For a Beginners Day Workshop. I think they're having a laugh. Myself. 17th of January. Make a granny square for £40. Whoa. Yeah, that's a bit excessive when you can make a granny square for free with Crochet Rocks. 10th of January, Beginners Crochet Workshop, £92 at Ginger Twist Studios in Edinburgh. They like to rip you off up there, don't they? And the 30th of January, Crochet Heart Bunting Workshop for £45. I would love to know one day if they turn up there and nobody walks through the door. Wouldn't that be... I bet you have to pay ahead of time. And really, honestly, that's just... And people do it. Goodness, it's free on YouTube. Tunisian Crochet Tops by Ashley Rivas, $10.99. Quirky Amigurumi by Ailshan Hamilton, $21.99. It's a lot of money for a book. Pride and Prejudice Amigurumi, $16.99. That's by Siobhan Eardley. And Mega Yummy Crochet by Mia. Crochet the Food for 19.99 World Books. So that's what's kind of out there this time around. Yeah. Enough said, eh? Well, got yarn shops and stuff. Let's move on. Unless you live near them, it makes no odds, does it? Okay, so this is all the... yeah, it does have that 70s kind of Express vibe, doesn't it? That's mint green, this one. And we've got high voltage. A stark black and white backdrop gives these electric neons an extra boost, intensifying the pop factor. Okay. Might like it, might not. Now this is better. Look who's talking, that's called. It's, again, it says neon, but it's just pink, really, isn't it? Fuchsia pink, maybe? And then we've got a bag, which is a very simple design. Then we've got the blanket, which you may love or you may hate. And, well, I don't love this, but, you know, it says it's retro from the get-go, but I've never seen that. Never seen that by my mother. And she was as retro as it comes when it comes to crochet. Anyway, let's move on. These are all the how-to-do-y bits on these subjects. And advert for circular. And we're still doing all the bits. Okay, this is Magnificent Merlin. The one I would not identify, because to me that is not a cat. And it says amigurumi cat. Does that look like... It doesn't look like Fluffy. That does not look like Fluffy. It does not look like a cat. Where's its whiskers for a start? To actually identify... And its ears are on the side, not at the top. Well, cat is stretching a point. Alien cat. There we go. It will smell like a dog. That's no cat. Well, yeah, okay, we'll move on. If you subscribe, you'll get a Sheepy's colour pack worth $35.95. Don't get carried away thinking, look at all them balls of yarn. They're tiny. They are mega, mega tiny. But they're great if you like amigurumi. And they're the little kind of ones. I've got some in my shop called Hello. Only little packs. Nothing like that. Fur reel. Fallen out of love with your hoodie? Jess Bennett's fur faux trim will totally transform your style. I'm sorry to burst your bubble, Jess Bennett, but anyone can do that. It's not really anything out of the ordinary. I'm sure we've all been embellishing our bits. I thought it was a knock at the window then. We've all been embellishing our bits for a long while. Rico Chingus. What's Chingus? Chingu is the Korean word for friends. Okay, so these are Rico friends. Little Lush Lilies, by Maria Jesmic's blanket is a blooming lovely project to kickstart your new year. It's a tree. It is. It's a tree. I don't know if it's C2C or not. Anyway, yep, it is C2C. So if you like the C2C and you like a tree, you might want to give it a go. Now this is New Leaf, Jane Howarth's cute book cozy. It's not a book cover, it's book cozy, so you can slide your book in. So yeah, stops it from getting, well, what can happen to your book? Dog-eared, I suppose. Susan Pearson, it's shining, sorry. Susan Pearson's wild panelled scarf works up a treat for confident crocheters. So I've seen them thinner than this and called a wrap. So, but this one they're calling a scarf. Don't think I like the bottom, but you know, it's not too bad, is it? It's interesting. Colour Me inspired, bit on tapestry crochet. Sorry. Light and fluffy yarn. Doesn't look very fluffy, but never mind. Berries and cream. A wool blend beauty with pretty shells and snuggly roll neck. Designed by Cassie Ward. So yeah, it might be nice little pulley. Goes from a small to a 2X. Which isn't very big jump, really. You know, in the extra large department. So yeah, this is a rug, but you know what? It's just bits. You know, there was a company. What was that company made all the hats like this? Moo Moo, and charged about £700 or more for a bucket hat that was just made with lengths of scrap, so it made stripes like this. And they charged an extortionate amount for it. But, you know, anyone can really do that. That is just row after row after row after row after row, isn't it? And making ridges here and there. But if you want to make a rug, even out of yarn, I don't think it would be very sturdy. Unless you made it out of something like what's that stuff? I've got some in my shop. What is it called? Retwist chainy cotton cakes. That'd work. Anyway, magic circle. Just a word, really. It's not the thing. And it is making friendship bracelets or thereabouts. Don't you think things like that in a magazine are just a waste of space? You know what I mean? They just... Why they put them in? Fill a page. That's what it feels like. Anyway, this is called Little Darling, and this is the sleeveless, buttonless, borderless cardigan. Cardiganless. It's Treat a Baby, Toddler or Young Child to a Fun Cardigan by Simone Francis. Okay, these go from 1 to 2 years up to a 7 to 8. It's quite a jump. Quite a jump, I would say. Matters of the Mind, psychologist Dr. Anne Kirkterps, that's a name. Her book explains the science behind why we love crafting. Well, it had to happen. I mean, these studies have been around for donkey's years. I remember when I was a child, I used to listen to my mum talking to her friends, saying, of course, she's gone away to convalesce, basket weaving and all that. So basically, when you had a nervous breakdown, they used to send you away to convalesce in a convalescent home, and they would give you crafting tasks to do because they're good for your mind. Okay, so it's always been that way. Basically, your brain can't worry and stress as much if it's occupied by crafting, because it uses the same part of the brain to do both things. So if you occupy it with crafting, you're pushing out all the other things. So anyway, Kindred Spirits, Catherine Venner's twin cushions bring homely vibes to cosy corners. I actually like those. They're quite nice. They are. They're parody. They're different. So we've got filet windows. So some people call them windows, some people call it filet, but it's not really a window, is it? Stretching a point, but you know, windows or filet. And this is just showing you them. Lots of cool midwife blankets around have those, don't they? Anyway, we've got some yarn reviews. So, West Yorkshire Spinners Morris, which is this one at the top here, is £6.50 for a 50-gram ball. And then you've got the Merinos, which is the Yarnsmith sock, and this is £15 for 100 grams. And then you've got the Noro Sonata, 100 gram, and it's a 4-ply, so a thin, £17.99. Then you've got James C. Brett Cotton Waves, and I've got this yarn in my shop. I really like this yarn. Very, very nice. You get 100 gram, £3.75, no brainer. Very nice yarn, very soft, lovely to work with. Forget them then. I would. Anyway. Copenhagen Fibres, never heard of you, but Baby Alpaca Blend costs £8 for 50 grams. And then we've got Signet Colour Rush, which I don't stock, but I could do. 100 grams at £3.69. I'm sure it's very nice, but I wasn't ever enamoured by all the colourways in that. I know I hate the word colourways, but I said it. I did. I think there's so many companies doing these colour schemes now. You don't need them all, especially in my little shop. So I've gone for Robin and I've gone for Hayfield Spirit. The ones who started them all off, really, basically. But they do it, and it is nice yarn. I can't say it's horrible yarn, because it's not. But I can't stock them all. So I have never really had it personally. Show us yours. So this is people sending in their makes. That's the word I'm looking for. And you get a little bit of a moment of fame for doing so. What can I make with my yarn scraps? We all know. You don't have to really tell us. But next issue. We've got a tank top. We've got a granny square cardigan. We've got a tablecloth. That might be a good thing. And then we've got a cushion. Extra just for you. Bonus patterns bag charm kit. For Valentine's Day. Goodness gracious, we haven't even had Christmas yet. And there we go, all the how-to-do-y bits. But don't go anywhere, because we've got a gift to look at. Okay, so we've got the abbreviations and all that jazz. We've got all of the charts. So you might want to just take these bits out and use them for other stuff. Street style. We've got all these guys wearing their granny square creations. Do you know, I might be treading on toes. But since we've got people like Tom Daly crocheting and Jason Momoa wearing a Hexie cardigan along with Jack Black, don't you feel like everywhere you look it's men and crochet, men and crochet? I'm sick of Tom Daly. I don't want to see his face ever again. Do you know? I just don't. You know, we've been doing it for years. We don't need Tom Daly. That's my 2 pence. Anyway, you might love him, I don't. So we've got Simply Crochet Extra. So it's actually from them. We've got the pom-pom maker. So there's obviously lots of pom-poms in this. Winter hats, cosy accessories for all the family. Blissful bobbles. Head turning Tammy. Double pom beanie. Super snug ear flaps. And whatever that one is, cosy accessories. So yeah, a little tam o' shanter there. Yeah, okay, let's get in. So basically, they're all going to be hats. Chunky one. Beanie and done. A lush lilac cap with toasty texture. And finish with a pom-pom ready to stitch and style in 2 sizes. Okay. And we've got all ears. Puff stitch details. Obviously, there you go. You've got some puff stitching. Excuse me. I like the yarn. What have we got? Sheepy's Wanderlust, that is. One ball of Amsterdam. Very nice colours. If you like the rusts in amongst all your colours. Russets, whatever you want to call it. This is the Tam o' Shanter. A Scottish tammy. Dates back as far as the 16th century. Quite a timeless look. Okay, they're liking in the Sheepy's yarn at the minute. They're even giving it away, aren't they? This is the double trouble. So what's better than a pom-pom? 2 pom-poms. What's better than a double bobble beanie? 2 double bobble beanies. There we go. And hanging out, that's this one. I quite like this. I like the kind of herringbone look of it. What does it say? Winter blues got you in a slump. Kick back, relax, and just chill with this laid back beanie. Is it laid back? Is it? Don't know. Anyway, this is how to use your pom-pom maker. Quite easy if you're looking at it that way. Okay, that's the supplement, which is by them. Could have easily been in the magazine. I don't know why they needed to do 2 things. And there is the free gift. Let me know. What do you think? What do you like? And yeah, give it to me, guys. Give it to me. I haven't had it for a while. I've been away. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you like, what you don't like. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next. I've got 4 of these to do. Yeah, could have done with some of them before I went away. But no, they all waited until I was gone, and there were 4 of them when I got back. So yeah, stay tuned for the next thrilling instalment of Open With Me, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.